Alrighty. Okay. I just got my butt kind of whooped in Quake. I mean, not really, but I died, and I didn't really feel like starting the whole level over again. I was right in front of the gate. Just got like one hit killed by some man bear pig thing. So figured I'd pop over to Baldur's Gate 3 for a little bit before I have to go make some dinner. And this should be fun. We're at that village. Pardon me, I don't remember what it was called, but we're going to keep talking to everybody. Seems like some folks don't really want us there. Seems like a lot of potential for side missions. So we'll see. I'm starting to figure out this game. I have learned that I need to save more often. If anybody watched the previous video, you would have seen I died a couple times and I had to go way too far back. Yeah, even Elden Ring doesn't make you do that. But, anywho, let's jump into it. So I was talking to my brother. It was my brother who got me to get this game. He really enjoyed the previous ones, and I was kind of laughing because I was a little put off by the space bit at the beginning. It wasn't the vibe I was expecting, and I know nothing about the IP or the storyline, so maybe that's quite normal. But it's really, when you add the dice in and everything, it was really giving me like a kind of a obviously Dungeons and Dragons, and then like Warcraft almost, with like the cartoonish fantasy characters, and then like Mass Effect almost. So we'll see. Let's keep going.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you.
I feel like I know her voice.
Something I have to live with. Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage. Positive. You can trust me on that.
Alright, well that was straightforward.
We take Grove law seriously.
By letting that child escape without consequence. We might as well have lain on the ground and let them trample us.
Just keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
Just reading. interesting. Digging the vibe in here for sure.
What will the tieflings want next? Letting the Hellchild go was a mistake.
Seems intense, but
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
Monster? Too kind. A demon, more like.
First you urge grace, then you speak truth. You surprised me twice over. A shame the grace period ends. The Viper's fangs have been bared. She must guard her brood. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanas, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders. The Rite of Thorns. It is the Tree Father's gift that none come to harm. When we speak the final prayer, the great vine will sprout forth. The grove will be cloaked in bramble and thorn. No one enters, no one leaves. Sanctuary. None of this can happen while Outlanders infect us. Sylvanas demands that we choke them out. And mine perish if he stays. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike. You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
very interesting. Some poignant political takes there. Let's see where we should be going. Okay, maybe I wasn't supposed to come back out here yet. Oh boy. Okay.
Please leave. Our hospitality has limits, and they were crossed long ago.
Wow, kind of a jerk.
The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. You recognize the mark of the dark goddess Shar on the broken helmet. This army marched in her name.
So many dead. Sent to the Night Singer's embrace.
Moonrise must be a reference to Shar's divine sister, Selûne.
That mural, they look like dark...
Darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild. You recall stories of an alliance between druids and the harpers, but the details are vague.
We have the right to defend our home.
So that's what you want? To kill a bunch of innocents? By Sylvanus, another outsider. Should you have an ounce of sense, you will leave immediately.
Well, you know, to kind of fight off an invasion attempt, but
I see you. Just give me a moment. A moment. This may be captured. There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed? You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you. Why are you asking? A tadpole. A mind flayer tadpole. I'll do what I can. Come, follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick. This way. This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. All right. Let's see what we can do. Of course. Now, tell me what's been happening. Any symptoms? Strange events? Victims can identify each other. Not that the others know they're victims, of course. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening. A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms. I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal. Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow. Hard to say, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne, and I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers, joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back. I think so. Get close without goblins trying to shoot them down. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound? Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
One step at a time, Nettie. Come on.
Why then, Hazel?
There's something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
A tidy slot, but no room. Something over there. I can't even see a lock to pick.
Alright. Obviously I don't want to go stealing people's stuff. Not when they're watching. And the only issue is I've had too many missions now.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented. One meant to seal us in, meant to seal them out. Blasphemous. The Tree Father must see what's happening in his holy grove. Perhaps his eyes are on Master Halsin now. Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin return home. Sylvanus' blessing upon you, and my gratitude as well. Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
Alright. Let's get moving, I guess.
now, Tusk?
I guess we can level up. Oh, there's a lot to figure out. Alright. Okay. Still haven't really figured that system out yet, but Sorry I had a visitor there. Alright. We do. Sure. Oh my goodness, we got lots of choices. Okay. Oh, there's so much. Oh boy. Burning Hand sounds pretty good. Let's go with Burning Hands. Still one more dude to go. That's a good one. Patient very little switches. I think I did the right thing there. I'm not sure. Alright, let's go talk to these parents. Give them a what's for.
Few outsiders are allowed in here. Be respectful and do not interfere.
I'm gonna interfere.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her. Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me. Stop. I was fine.
My mother was a heartbeat away. The road to Baldur's Gate looks a little less daunting now that we're all back together.
Cool. Now let's figure something out. This is... Okay, let's stick to the left. Like, I hope that I'm not discontinuing storyline by doing these other ones. Find Zoru. guess we can't get out that way.
Freshly turned soil shifts beneath your feet as you approach the grave. You close your eyes, finding a moment of peace.
Aradin's back with his tail between his legs. I'm glad for your help, but I'd hoped you were wholesome. By all rights, he was a good man. I saw enough of him to agree. And I'm tired of good people dying. That's for sure. Crisis after another.
Okay, I think we just want to go down and out the main gate. Let me just try something quick.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling. Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevil Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing. A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more. All right. Anything more we should discuss?
A long way to go still.
Still alive, so that's progress.
These aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? It's good of you to offer, but there's a whole army of goblins out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter. The Blade of Frontiers has done what he can to help us prepare for the journey, and we're grateful. But it'll be a short journey if the goblins still own the roads.
By the Triad, there is only one correct answer. Refuse him, and we sentence these people to die.
Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes. Of course.
Goblins, no. So
So we'll find out where we are. I should probably save. Let's save the game. Let's just be on the safe side. Okay, where am I? The Blade of Frontiers. I mean, hopefully it's not like a time thing. I have to get back to dude there and
Have you wondered what people will say when they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster?
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always had a soft spot for the confident ones. They
that was kind of a cool little moment there.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
Oh, an autosave.
You're all right. You're all right.
As much love as I hold for Baldur's Gate, these frontiers...
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on your flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Alright. Don't do me dirty. There we go.
He's hurt badly. An owlbear got him deep. If there's anything you can do...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Useless. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brynna, new recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them.
is a true soul. Mind her. She will... She...
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
What? Are you testing us?
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice. Your words are her command. She grants you the power to enforce her will. And when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
I don't know any druids.
What?
It killed one of us. It killed Edwin. It's an enemy of the Absolute. You're right, madam. The beast must be destroyed.
The cave is just ahead. It was too much for us before, but if you could help us, True Soul, we may stand a chance.
I really don't know what's going on at this point.
Absolute. What were they raving on about?
I'm surprised I'm having to manually do this.
Where am I needed?
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Okay, let's go save these. I don't know, they seem a little sketchy, but...
Owlbear tracks. This nest must be nearby.
Let's do this. Alright, owl bear nest. Let me just check something here. Is this... Alright, well, maybe not.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
The beast's ahead. You need to get closer. You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness. surmise the obvious. The owlbear is out for blood. The beast shrinks back, feathers quivering.
Still on my feet.
I don't think this is going to go well.
On the victor's path.
What's the plan?
Ooh.
Come on, can't stay idle. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Battle favors the fearless.
Down with you. Take
Can't even catch my breath.
This is my time.
I'm ready.
Another fight. Let's go.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
Cub looks from you to his dead mother. A single strike will end his suffering.
It hurts.
You watch, speechless, as the cub begins to eat his mother.
Its misery.
Mercy. Of course.
Don't feel great about that.
Owlbear eggshells. An unhatched one would fetch quite a price. Looks like a shrine to Saluna over there.
A magical seal.
This thing
No, not picking that.
easily.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped. My father once said, "One does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call." So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse blared into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after. Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded. And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
an old prayer.
Alright, I don't know where those other two yahoos went, but we'll just keep going.
I saw you training those children. You were so gentle. That's not how I was taught.
Cruel words strengthen neither heads nor hearts, Shadow.
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned a lesson, after all.
And came to resent your tutor, I bet. I taught them to fight, not to hate.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
Who cares about that? The pig's dead, my friend. Staring at it won't bring it back. Come on. We'll never fix these brain worms if we stop and gawk at every piece of carrion we find.
The boar seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. Examining the corpse, you see 2 small puncture wounds in its neck.
And? Is it dead enough for you? It's been drained of blood with wounds in its neck. It's been killed by a vampire. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to worry you. They are ferocious creatures. But don't worry. I'll keep watch tonight. We won't have to worry about nocturnal visitors. Now please, let's go.
He's a vampire. He's a vampire for sure.
Do you have someone waiting for you in Baldur's Gate, Astarion? A sweetheart, perhaps?
Not one in particular. The city is a veritable feast of sweethearts.
Not a chance I'll fit in there. Not a chance I'll fit in there.
There's no time to waste. I don't think I'll fit through there.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
The dog lowers his hackles, his head tilted inquisitively. Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention back to the corpse. Around his neck is a collar, etched with a name. Scratch. With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head. The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move. The dog sniffs your hand, his tail swung low in understanding. He knows how to find you.
Wits and blades, always sharp. Take two. Take two.
The pride of the gate.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Keep a blade close.
Can't give up now.
So, Will with a Y. Why?
Why? That's right.
But why?
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
I don't remember how to get to my backpack. There we go.
one horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the Archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She's a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, a fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you. You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are... Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going. Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by their short hairs. Sound good? I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full.
Oh, gladly. This circus is all yours, my friend.
Let's hope. So, Will, now that we've made peace, how about we get to know each other properly? What's your story?
Not so much a story as a pantomime. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Go on. We're listening.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up.
You make it sound like a harvest of devils coming for your throat.
You're closer than you know. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll face my penance. You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Let's march.
Let's get going.
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now. 2. Both stalwarts of Tyr, sworn to uphold justice. The Lord of Justice sent us after a devil haunting this area. We squared off against her. We lost. Talk to Anders if you want the details. I don't have it in me to recount the horror. In Tia's name.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home. The Archduchess will be delighted when we return with Karlach's head on a pike. Zariel? Certainly not. We serve Tyr, Lord of Justice, and no other. Please, mercy. Half of us are badly injured, the other half dead. I admit, we ambushed you. An assignment from our gods, Tyr. We thought you a devil, and with your flames you proved us right. But Tyr will not consign us to our death. He is merciful. Leave us, and we'll leave you. Enough! Enough! I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlach, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Here we go again.
Cut it out. It's worse than
Nothing we need to worry about.
How about a dragon? Would that worry you?
I'd give it a bloody good fight, that's for sure.
The only thing you give a dragon is bad gas.
Let's finish this. No mercy. On the move.
No holding back. No time to waste.
No surrender.
dauntless.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Time's running out.
Where do I go from here? Ready.
This isn't going so well. I don't know why these people keep running away, but um,
Let's end this.
This is my time.
oh, for fuck's sakes. Ah.
Making my move.
On my word. Say bye-bye.
What should I do?
The blade will not bend. Might will prevail.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
I keep screwing up my attacks.
These boots have seen everything.
Concentrate. On I go.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Coming through.
I got this.
Count on me.
This isn't good.
One day, I'll catch a break.
That was painful.
I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash. That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Looks like someone could use some therapy.
Moving fast. I need healing.
I'll never get used to the stench of death.
Hmm.
Something good here, I hope. Whatever killed those no... Just another crate.
Hmm. I don't remember my controls. Right, here we go.
Hellfire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God damn it. Anyone but her.
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his...
Be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this.
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Oil burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
What?
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Well then. Alright, well that was a lot. I'm ready to go to bed. What the heck? Is it the dog?
How much doth a soul weigh? We meet again, as predicted.
Hold on.
I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services. There are many answers to that question. None are important. Correct. No. A mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more. Because it is my calling, there is little else to explain. A matter of coin. Come, there are important matters to discuss.
Alright. Well, I think that's it for me. I played longer than I meant to, but have a good evening, y'all.